From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Wednesday, November 22nd. I'm Mike Ludlum. The Michigan Tech men's basketball team has been shooting reasonably well, but sometimes the other team invades your space and it seems like they cannot miss. That was the case last night when Minnesota Duluth visited the SDC gym. Pick up the action in the first half. Logan Rorscheid to Jake Wilson, and he lines up a three, and the Bulldogs are in the early lead. Marquette's A.J. Grazoulis, Isaac Appleby to Kyle Monroe. He counters with a triple. Monroe didn't miss much last night. He did on this occasion. Grazoulis tips the ball out to Brian Heath. Negaunee Tanya Wren with a sweet bounce pass to Monroe for the layup. Again for Tech, Uintah Creek's Dylan Gordon. Heath inside to Ryan Schuler, who will put a defender in a bad spot, and he just takes advantage of that. Schuler had 9 points off the bench. Then Uren tries to drive. Gordon quickly to Appleby in the corner for 3 of his 11, but the Bulldogs led 40-32 at the half. To the second, Trevor Entwistle made 3. Bulldogs 12 of 21 from three-point land. Then Heath to Monroe for a step-back 3, leaving his defender confused. Monroe had 27 points and 9 rebounds, but the Huskies could not make up any ground. North Central's Dawson Bilski for 3. Tech made 10 triples, and as you can see, Bilski was playing with an injured nose. The Bulldogs shot 55% from the floor compared to the Huskies' 44%, and UMD wins 84-69. Tech tries to get back to 500 at home Saturday against Concordia St. Paul. On the women's side of things last night, Minnesota Duluth blew out Lake Superior State 89-51. Newberry's Taylor Bryant had 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals for the Lakers. Northwood 10 better than Malone, 71-61. Marquette's Hunter Vidal had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Timberwolves. And it was Glenville State 82, Saginaw Valley State 62. Bark River Harris's Katie Schultz 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals for the Cardinals. The NMU men's basketball team has a couple non-conference games this weekend before starting league play at home next weekend. The Wildcats head in a different direction Friday to Erie, Pennsylvania to meet St. Rose in the Gary Miller Classic. Wildcats head coach Bill Saw knows the Golden Knights are pretty darn good.
I wish I could have done a little better job of scheduling. We played 2 teams that made the NCAA tournament this weekend, the past weekend, and now we go play St. Rose, who last year was 1 game away from the Elite Eight. So another really good team. But I do think for our scenario right now, this is really going to help us when we get to Moon.
Namba Eccles will be back in the NMU lineup after attending a family emergency last weekend. Wildcats game Friday begins at 5:30. Next week they open conference play at home with Northwood Thursday and Saginaw Valley State Saturday. A former hockey player from the Upper Peninsula is going back to prison after efforts to appeal his 3-year sentence were dismissed. The lawyer for Ben Johnson told CBC News on Tuesday that Johnson's appeal was dismissed during a court appearance in Toronto. Johnson was found guilty in the sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl at a nightclub in Windsor, Ontario in May of 2013. He was sentenced in October of 2016. Johnson is from Calumet and was playing for the Windsor Spitfires when the incident took place. He was a prospect of the New Jersey Devils. The team terminated his contract after the conviction. 3 more Upper Peninsula players earned All-State honors from the Associated Press. On the honorable mention list in Divisions 5 and 6, Menominee running back Ethan Molesky, lineman Cooper Twardzik of Calumet, and Gladstone defensive back Darren Johnson. Don't forget, the Lions and Vikings are on our sister station Fox UP. Kickoff right around 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central Time.